Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Morning from here again. The topic that I'm going to be discussing today is the Archangel Metatron. I haven't done a video yet on Metatron or Metatron, but I will do so now, obviously. And I've already written an article on him, but that was a while ago, not too long ago. I think a month or two ago. In any case, yeah, let's just get down to it. The Archangel Metatron is within Kabbalistic circles or within the Kabbalah overall and the Tree of Life, the ruler of the sphere Keter, that is basically the main sphere, okay, through which all God's divine power manifests itself into the other aspects of existence. That's why Metatron basically rules as Keter. That's why Metatron rules Keter, and Keter in its turn is at the top of the Tree of Life. Anybody that's familiar with the Tree of Life and the Kabbalah overall knows this. This is basic knowledge, okay? But again, Metatron is basically God's representative. Metatron is basically God's emissary, and he is the right hand of God, figuratively speaking, within the context of, within a Kabbalistic context. Keter, the sphere over which he rules, again, is the sphere through which all divine energy manifests itself and basically streams downwards into all other aspects of creation, okay, to which the other archangel have dominion over, including my patron, the Archangel Samael, and so on, all the way downwards until you reach Earth itself, okay. Within Kabbalistic circles, Earth is called, what's it called again? Malkut, which of course Sandalphon rules over, the Archangel Sandalphon, my second in command. In any case, yeah, Metatron is a strong one. He's very versatile and is a multitasker. And I can see why Metatron is basically the face of God. Anybody that's familiar with the Order of the Pentacles, Metatron's face is on the first pentacle of the sun. If you want to know what pentacles are and so on, just look for that on my website and you'll find it. The link to the article itself, the article on this topic, on Metatron itself, is in the description below, as everything else that you you'll want and need. And you can simply look for pentacles on my website. But in any case, the header image of the article itself, this article on Metatron, is the first pentacle of the sun, a pentacle that I made, okay, and the face that you see there is also labeled the face of God, but that is Metatron itself. I used to think briefly that was basically a metaphorical perception of God's face, but no, that is Metatron's face, to put it that way. Of course, also in a metaphorical sense. Yeah, and just like I said, Metatron is a really strong one, okay? I can see why Metatron is God's representative overall. Within a Kabbalistic perspective or from a Kabbalistic viewpoint, and just overall, Metatron is a seraphim. He corresponds to the zodiac sign Scorpio. Within the context of the Kabbalah, Uranus is generally associated with Keter. Within the Kabbalah, planets are linked to all the Sevira, all the elements of the Tree of Life, which make up, which are the aspects of creation which make up the tree as a whole. For example, Mars is linked to Geburah, Netzach, Venus is linked to Netzach, the Earth is linked to Malkut, and it just keeps going on, okay? The Moon is linked to Yesod, Mercury is linked to Hod, and it just keeps going on. For example, the Archangel Michael rules Mercury and the sphere Hod as a whole, and so on. Okay, and the top three spheres are associated with Saturn, specifically Bina. Neptune, okay, which Raziel rules over, is Shokma. And last but not least, Uranus is linked generally to Keter, which Metatron rules over. And that is a good association because when dealing with Metatron, Uranus as a planet within readings does pop up a lot. And like I said, Metatron is very versatile. He can help you with practically anything that you need. Metatron is an all-around multitasker. Anything of his specialties are anything of a scientific basis, anything scientific or metaphysical wise, anything occult based or overall scientifically based is what he can help you with. He can also help you in daily dealings and improving yourself overall as a person within daily life. He can help you with money matters and a lot too. You name it, okay? Metatron can simply do... Metatron can do it all. I'm sorry. I wanted to burp. Metatron can do it all, okay? At the very least, he can do most things that you can possibly need as a person in life. So most things that have practical value. The exact degree that he corresponds to is 20 degrees in Scorpio. That 20 degrees stands for unconventionalism, which of course is also a benchmark to, and it perfectly aligns well to Uranus, okay? Because Uranus deals with unconventionalism. It deals with doing things differently, and Metatron is that way. The appearance that Metatron takes is honestly subject to the operator itself, subject to the person that, or the magician that deals with him. Okay, to me personally, Metatron appeared as a transparent figure with multicolored set of eyes. His eyes near constantly change color. And he told me, like I state in the article, that this is simply the way that he adapts himself to my perception of him. He basically takes on a form that suits me the most. And he's not the only one that has done so. I have worked with a couple of spirits that do this, because specifically spirits that really don't have a set term of, that don't have a set personality, physically speaking. So spirits that you can't pin down, okay? So these spirits are generally speaking ethereal, and they either specialize in clairvoyance or something relating to that, just like Metatron. And they're just very ethereal, and so they change forms. Okay, Metatron also appeared as an old man in a white robe and everything, almost like some kind of pop media appearance of God, but the way that God is sometimes portrayed within pop media circles or within the mainstream media as an old man with a beard and so on. But he changed that, going to just an ethereal figure, and he says he simply adjusts himself to my mind, and in order to make things as convenient for me as possible. But like I said, he's not the only one. There are some spirits out there that are complex to the point where they don't have a default way of looking, so they just change forms and then they automatically morph into transparent figures. Belphegor is another example. He did the same thing with me. He did the same thing for me too, for the same reason. In any case, that's it on Metatron. Okay, Metatron is a real powerhouse. He is not one that you can overlook. He truly deserves to be the face of God, and he is one hell of an archangel. His position at the top of the tree of life is definitely deserved. I'm not saying that he's better than any of the other archangels, but he's definitely one of the most potent ones, and working with him can really benefit someone in the long term. That is basically it. Thanks for watching. Bye.